Absolutely. Thank you. Good morning. We are officially on the record. Today is Friday, February the 7th, 2025. This is the regularly scheduled Private Probation Service Council meeting. My name is Roxana Gamusio. I am the executive director with this profession. As the first order of business, we are getting started right at 10:03. I will go ahead and read the names for the record to make sure that we have quorum. If everyone can make sure to have their mics muted, for those on the council, you'll need to unmute yourself for the motions and to let me know that you are here so we can proceed. And thank you again for everyone being here on this call. As I read your name, please unmute yourself. Judge Brody Kane.
Here.
Thank you. Judge Jason Hudson.
Here.
Thank you. Judge Joel Perry.
I'm here.
Thank you. Stacy Kelly.
Here.
And Michael Wright. Thank you. We have two members absent, Baker Ring and Judge Teresa Nelson, but we do have quorum in order to proceed. Notice of this meeting has been properly placed on the council's website since May 10th of 2024. Additionally, a notice was added regarding this specific agenda on January 31st of 2025. Individuals that are wishing to participate, ask questions, or join us are able to do so through the link for the Teams meeting that is on the council's website. They are also able to ask questions or participate, and that time will be allowed at the end of the council meeting under our new order of business. So as the first item on our agenda and order of business, I'm going to turn it over to our attorney, Michael Underhill, to read the statement of necessity. Thank you.
Thank you, Roxana, and good morning, members. This is the regularly scheduled meeting of the Tennessee Private Probation Services Council. Because there is not a physical quorum present, a statement of necessity will be read into the record and filed with the Secretary of State's office. Pursuant to Tennessee Code Annotated Section 8-44-108, if a physical quorum is not present at the location of the meeting of a governing body, in order for a quorum of members to participate by electronic means, the governing body must make a determination that a necessity exists. Furthermore, Tennessee Code Annotated Section 8-44-108, subsection A3 defines necessity as a matter to be considered by the governing body at that meeting requiring timely action by the body. The physical presence of a quorum of the members is not practical in the period of time required action, and that participation of a quorum of the members by electronic or other means of communication is necessary. This is the regularly scheduled meeting of the Tennessee Private Probation Services Council, and the necessity of this meeting with members attending by teleconference means is to conduct timely matters of the council that must be discussed and decided prior to the next meeting. All votes will be conducted by a roll call, and that completes the statement of necessity.
Thank you, Michael. Members, I will need a motion and a second to accept this statement.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. I believe we have a motion, and I'll go with Judge Perry as the motion, and we had a second. Was that you, Judge Kane?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. We have a motion by Judge Joel Perry and a second by Judge Kane by roll call vote to approve the statement of necessity. Judge Kane?
Yes.
Judge Hudson?
Yes.
Judge Perry?
Yes.
Stacy Kelly?
Yes.
And Michael Wright. Michael, I think you're still muted, sir. There you go. I need your vote, Michael. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, members. The next item of business is the agenda that is properly posted on our website. It has also been emailed to all our members along with the other documents for review and consideration today. If there are no changes to the agenda, I would need a motion and a second to accept as presented. If there's anything you would like to add or change, please let me know.
I move we accept it as presented.
Thank you, Judge Hudson. Do we have a second?
I second.
Thank you, Stacy. We have a motion by Judge Hudson and a second by Stacy by roll call vote. Approving the agenda, Judge Kane,
Aye.
Judge Hudson,
Aye.
Judge Perry,
Aye.
Stacy Kelly,
Aye.
and Michael Wright. I'm sorry, Michael, I couldn't hear you. I think you're having difficulty with your mic. If you are, we do have quorum without you for the vote, but I want to give you a minute. You're muted now. Try your mic again, Michael. Okay, I could not hear you, but we do have 4 votes to proceed with this motion. So I will go ahead and continue. The November minutes were also emailed to everyone. These are to be posted to the website once approved. If there are any changes that the council saw needed for those November minutes, please let me know. Otherwise, I would need a motion and a second to accept the November minutes as presented.
Judge Kane, I so moved.
Thank you, Judge Kane. Do we have a
I'll
second?
second it. I'll second it.
Thank you, Judge Hudson. We have a motion and a second to accept the minutes as presented by roll call vote. Judge Kane,
Aye.
Judge Hudson,
Aye.
Judge Perry,
Aye.
Stacy Kelly,
Aye.
Michael Wright.
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. That was perfect. I could hear you clearly. Thank you. Next, we're hopping over to the director's report. And before we do the budget, this is our first meeting for the year. And as such, based on our statute, we have to approve following our meetings through Robert's Rules of Order. If anyone has any questions regarding how exactly that takes place, please let me know. Michael Underhill will be more than happy to go over those. But otherwise, especially with this council, I know that you're familiar with all that comes with following Robert's Rules of Order. We would need a motion and a second to agree to proceed and conduct our business following these orders.
I'll move that we do that.
Thank you, Judge Hudson. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Judge Perry. We have a motion and a second by roll call order. Judge Kane,
Aye.
Judge Hudson,
Aye.
Judge Perry,
Aye.
Stacy Kelly,
Aye.
and Michael Wright.
Aye.
Thank you. That is our first order of business for our first meeting of the year. The second one is also to follow our statute. This is regarding election of officers. Each year we have to elect a chair and a vice chair. Currently, our chair is Judge Kane. Our vice chair is Judge Nelson. We can hear any nominations that the council has. We would need to all vote on a chair and a vice chair for our 2025 meetings. I will open it up to the council.
I would ask that they both continue in those positions.
Thank you, Judge Perry. Do we have a second for that?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Judge Hudson. The motion is to continue this year with Judge Kane as our chair and Judge Nelson, who's not on the call, but we will let her know, as our vice chair. And we have a motion and a second for that by roll call vote to continue with these appointments. Judge Kane.
Aye.
Thank you, sir. Judge Hudson.
Aye.
Thank you. Judge Perry.
Aye.
Stacy Kelly.
Aye.
And Michael Wright.
Aye.
Thank you all very much. That concludes those 2 items for our first meeting. Regarding the budget, the numbers are as of November of 2024. They show a small deficit of $485, which is about as close as one can come to breaking even. And so I don't have any concerns at this time. This leaves our reserve at $609,675. There is no motion needed for that. It's basic information. And as the council knows, in February on the 20th, we have the quarterly provider fees due. So that deficit might switch, but at this time we are doing okay with our financials. I am going to go ahead and turn it over to Michael Underhill, our attorney for the council, to go over the 2 complaints that you've been sent. Thank you.
Okay, good morning again, members. There are 2 short matters on this legal report. Both are administrative complaints against 2 of our providers for not providing the quarterly provider fee and paperwork by November 20th of 2024. On item number 1, that is their first offense. And so my recommendation would be a letter of warning. Regrettably, on item number 2, that is now their third offense. And so my recommendation to try to get them back into compliance is to assess the statutory maximum of $1,000 for this violation. If the members have any questions, I'm here to answer them. Otherwise, I would need a motion to adopt the legal report and a second.
I'll make the
What would be
motion.
our,
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
well, I was just curious. I'm not saying I'd want to do something different, but what other options would we have on the second one?
Well, on the
Other than a
second
smaller
one, we assessed a $500 civil penalty and they paid it. I guess we could change that figure to somewhere between $500 and $1,000 if the council is of that opinion.
Is there anything, what could we do in excess of that?
We cannot, regrettably, that we are capped at $1,000 civil penalty per violation.
Okay, all right. Well, I would move we adopt your recommendations.
Do
Yeah,
we
I'll
have a
second that.
second? Thank you, Judge Hudson. We have a motion by Judge Kane and a second by Judge Hudson to accept the recommendations for both of these cases as presented by our attorney, Michael Underhill. By roll call vote to proceed with accepting these, Judge Kane,
Aye.
Judge Hudson,
Aye.
thank you, Judge Perry,
Aye.
thank you, Stacy Kelly,
Aye.
thank you, and Michael Wright.
Aye.
Thank you very much. That takes care of our legal report. Next, I will be happy to turn it over to see if the council has any other items they'd like to discuss or any questions, but I also want to make sure that if anyone's participating through Teams, has their hand raised or has submitted any questions, that we open up and make sure to capture that information. Dana, is there anyone that submitted either a question or raised their hand to participate?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, thank you very much. Members, I don't have any other order of business. I will turn it over to you in case anyone has anything at all to address.
No, I don't.
Okay. Thank you again, everyone, for making these virtual meetings a possibility so we can conduct our business. With nothing else that needs to be discussed, I would need a motion and a second, please, to adjourn, and we are at 10:16.
I'll move that we adjourn.
I'll second that motion.
Thank you. A motion by Judge Hudson and a second by Judge Perry. I am certain that all will be in agreement to adjourn, but just to make sure, I'm going to do a final roll call vote. Judge Kane,
Aye.
Judge Hudson,
Aye.
Judge Perry,
Aye.
Stacy Kelly,
Aye.
thank you, and Michael Wright.
Aye.
Thank you, members. Thank you so much. If anything comes up between our meetings, know that you can always reach Michael or myself, and thank you for everything you do. We are adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.